This is the Electricians 2 channel. Today on the bench, we have the Ideal Industries 61-495 Platinum Pro Series data, true RMS data logging multimeter. This multimeter hit the market January of 2008. It has since been discontinued. You may or you may not find one on eBay. They are very rare. And if you find one on eBay, it may not be in the condition that you want. But if you do find one on eBay, I recommend that you get it. Now, this multimeter is a rebrand from a company called APA. APA is a company at the moment, it escapes me where they're headquartered. But they put out a lot of meters that some of the big name companies that you know about, like Mega, Amprobe, and Ideal, have licensed them to rebrand multimeters for them, for them for their companies. This multimeter is featured packed. They have a lot of features on here that I'm sure you can use. If you're kind of heavy into the electronics or a professional electrician, they have a lot of features on this multimeter still. Back in the days when this multimeter first hit the market, some of you, the younger generation of the younger electricians who just getting into it, you may or you may not can appreciate something like this. Back then, when I was new into the trade years ago, meters like this hit the market, and this was like what Fluke and Klein is today. That's what this meter was back then. Some of you older fellas who've been in the game a long time, who've been an electrician for a long time, some of y'all may or may not even heard of or seen this meter on the market, but yet you can still appreciate it. So that's what I do. I have a lot of test instruments, and I use a lot of them on my bench here, my electronic bench here. But a lot of them are basically just conversation pieces. When my buddies come around, sit around with barbecue, and we just talk. Most of them are electricians and some of them are not, but most of them are tradesmen. And we just talk about it, just talk about, remember this when this came out and when that came out, and things like that. So I do, I do have a lot of test instruments, and this is one of the multimeters that we talk about, and if I don't have anything bad to say about this multimeter at all, not one thing. I'm gonna go through some of the general specifications about it, and we're gonna take a closer look at some of the features that's presented on the front of the multimeter, that's installed inside of the multimeter, and we'll talk some more about it when I get through. So let me turn this light on, and so I can read out what's off this manual. Okay, so as far as general specifications, the LCD display digits is 4 1/2 or 3 3/4. The bar graph segment, 42 segment graph. The display count, 20,000 or 4,000. Numeric update rate, 2 times a second, 20,000 count. Bar graph, 20 times a second at 4,000 count. Polarity display is automatic. Overrange display displays OL is displayed in the window up there. Low voltage indicator. Automatic power off time is 15 minutes. The power source for this multimeter is a 919 volt battery, dry cell battery. The maximum input voltage, 1,000 volts, 750 volts AC, Cat 2, between volts right here and COM. That's the input. Maximum floating voltage is 1,000 volts, 750 volts AC, Cat 2, between any terminal and earth ground. Maximum input current, 200 milliamps between milliamp, which would be right here in common, continuous between amps in common for 30 seconds, at 20 amps for 30 seconds. Maximum open circuit, 600 volts between amps in common, that we talking about the input. Voltage, current inputs between milliamp in common. Overload protection milliamps is 1 amp, 600 volt, fast blow fuse connector. An amp connector is 15 amp, 600 volt, fast blow fuse. Now, let's take a look at the features on the front of the multimeter, and we'll just go over some of those. Okay, we'll get closer here. All right. Right now, the selector is on volts, and that's volts AC, but it also measures DC, which is in the blue, if you can see that. And they have millivolts AC DC, low volt ohms, continuity, diode, milliamps AC, amperage AC DC, capacitance, duty factor, hertz, and temperature. The soft keys up here at the top, the blue selector switch right here, above it is a selector switch. It also works for the backlight, and you can scroll either up or down on the display screen when you have it in data log mode. Next to it is the bar. It's a bar selector switch. At the moment, I still don't know what that is for. I have to read the directions. Next to it is the peak hold. Next to that is the auto hold. Below the bar soft key is the minimum, max, and average soft key. Next to is the relative and range. They have on the back, they have a place here you can store your probes, your test leads. It's a nice rubber boot right here. The meter itself, the plastic is pretty decent. It has and also it has it doesn't feel cheap at all. It really do feel quality made. Now, as far as the plastic, it doesn't feel like the plastic on a fluke, but nonetheless, it's still made out of some quality plastic. The rubber boot is the same. It's a very nice rubber boot. There's a protective rubber boot around here. It really feels good. Now the test leads right here, they are not the original test lead that came with it. I do have the original test leads, but I don't have them. I think they're in one of the drawers behind me. The test leads here, they are Ideal test leads, but I borrowed them from this Ideal Industries right here, and I'm using them just to put them as a prop. Now, as far as accuracy, it's pretty accurate. Everything on it works, no problem whatsoever. I think it would take a fall. That's how heavy duty it feels to me. So I don't have anything bad at all to say about this multimeter. I haven't yet tried to put it in data logging mode yet to try to work that. But I'm planning on getting around to it. I just haven't at the moment. But if you was to run across a meter like this and is in good condition, I wouldn't hesitate to get it. I really would. Now, I said it once before. This is a very elusive multimeter. If you do find one, it's probably in very bad condition. But I just so happened to get this one, and it's fairly new. But not in the box. When I bought it, he said it was new, but not in the box. So I lucked out on that one. But anyway, I don't have anything bad to say about this multimeter. Some of you, I'm sure that you can appreciate this meter. I know I do. I really do. Well, anyway, guys, I want to thank you. I hope you enjoyed the little short video here that is being presented right now. And if this is your first time viewing the channel, I'm not going to get into a long, drawn-out thing, but you know what to do. In support of the channel, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the share button, hit the like button. All of that matters. All that is support of the channel. And let me make it clear. I'm not asking you for your money. I'm asking for your money. I'm just asking you to help support the channel, get the numbers up if you like what I do. And if you sit around and you got nothing to do, I guess I have enough videos on YouTube that you get your cup of coffee, on Saturday morning or whatever day, and you can look through all the videos. I think I have some pretty decent videos on the internet. So with that being said, guys, thank you again, and I hope to see you back here again when I upload another video. I do have some more test instruments from a blast in the past, and I hope you enjoy it. So you guys take care, and until we meet here again, later.